Good morning and happy Monday. I'm so excited to be back to my usual scoping schedule. It feels so great. Welcome, and today we're going to be talking about becoming an early riser even if you hate mornings. So, good morning. I'm having tripod issues because my tripod broke, so I'm trying to use this other tiny little one, and we will see if I have it all set up on a pile of books, and we'll see if it survives. So anyway, you got up at 5, yay! Your first Periscope experience, welcome. We might have some extra trolls today because I got a whole bunch of new followers yesterday, and that usually means then there's extra trolls, so we will just deal with them. So good morning. If you hear any crying in the background, that's because my kids are getting up a lot earlier. I told you that they were going to be getting up a lot earlier, and it's been a little bit of a rough morning. It's been a rough morning, and we just are gonna go with it. But anyway, so welcome, so glad to have you all here. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne, and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com, as well as the creator of the 14-day online course called Makeover Your Mornings. That's at makeoveryourmornings.com. And so glad to have so many of you joining me, and so many of you joining me for the Get Up Early Challenge that we started today. And I hope that you, those of you who are joining us, that you had a great morning and that you were able to get up whatever time you had planned that you were going to get up, because remember, you get to choose what time works for you. So I'm also wife to Jesse. We just celebrated our 13th anniversary yesterday, and we have 3 kids. They are 10, 8, and 6. So let's talk about this whole becoming an early riser, even if you hate mornings. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to share 4 keys that I have found that have really helped me to get up in the morning, even when I don't want to. And that is, number 1, you need to make a plan. You have to have a plan. If you are going to get up early, you need to have a plan. So know what you're going to do when you get up. Not just say, I'm going to set my alarm for 5 a.m., but what are you going to do when you get up? So for me, that's just having a very simple plan of these are like the 4 things that I'm going to do every single morning when I get up. And it really helps me to know that, so then when my feet hit the floor in the morning, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. And I don't have to kind of say, oh, well, I'm just going to sleep in. But I have a plan, and so I can just work the plan. So think about also what is going to fill you up. Things that fill you up. That's what you want to spend your morning, those early morning hours, doing. And that will motivate you to then get up, because you know that you're going to be doing things that are going to fill you up. So what fills you up? Focus on doing those things in the morning, and that will motivate you to get up. For me, that's spending quiet time in God's Word. I'm doing the She Reads Truth Genesis study. This is from shereadstruth.com. And then I'm also trying to read a chapter of a book, and I am reading this book right now. It's really challenging me, very thought-provoking. So what are you going to do that fills you up? What are you going to do in the morning? Focus on having a plan of things that fill you up, and that will encourage you to get up. Number 2, get some accountability. So have some accountability in place to encourage you to get up. So who is that? Is that going to be a person? Is that going to be some kind of app? Is that going to be some kind of public accountability? I really think that it's important that you not only tell someone, but that you do something. So who are you going to tell that you're going to get up early? If you tell someone, then that really challenges you to actually follow through with it. When you speak it, when you say, this is what I'm going to do, when you speak your intention, it encourages you to then actually follow through with it. So tell someone and do something. So who are you going to tell? So for me personally, that is my husband. He is the one who we are going to get up together at 5 a.m. every single morning. We committed to that. So telling him and then us committing to do it together, that's this wonderful accountability. But then also for me, it is the public accountability of being on scope and the public accountability of me putting it out there on my blog. My blog is MoneySavingMom.com. And so putting it out there to say that I am going to get up at 5 a.m. every single morning, and then that I am scoping about it, that I am posting on Instagram about it. I'm the Money Saving Mom on Instagram, and then also posting on my blog every morning between 6:30 and 7 a.m. Central Time. I'm posting an update to say how I did. So having that accountability is so good for me. So number one, make a plan. What are you going to do in the morning when you get up that's going to fill you up? Number two, get some accountability. So tell someone and do something. Keely says I should scope at 5 a.m. No, I won't be scoping at 5 a.m. And one of the reasons that I won't be scoping at 5 a.m. is because I need that time. I don't want to get on social media. I actually don't have email on my phone because I want to be able to have that quiet in the morning where it's my time to fill myself up instead of jumping right on social media. I need to have that quiet time to fill myself up. And I have to get dressed, yes. It's a little bit scary what you might see at 5 a.m. So number one, make a plan. What are you going to do to fill yourself up when you get up in the morning? Number two, get some accountability. Tell someone and do something. And if you need accountability on MoneySavingMom.com, I'm going to be posting every single morning between 6:30 and 7 a.m. Central Time. And you can come and comment and tell us how you did that day. I'm also posting on Instagram kind of after my morning has gotten going. I'll be posting on Instagram a little update and you can come leave a comment there. And I'm also going to be scoping. And so you can come and leave a comment there. So I'm giving you multiple ways that you can then come and comment and tell us how it's going so that you can have that accountability. Number three, start the night before. A good morning starts the night before. So for me, what really helps is to clean the house up, just do a really quick clean of the house, and then to lay my clothes out that I'm going to wear the next day, and then to have a simple plan. So I've talked about how I write out my list. Look at all the things I've already crossed off. Yay! So I write out my list for the next day the night before so that I can just brain dump everything and have it all just planned, and I can go to bed knowing that I have a plan for the next day. So think about what are the few things that you can do the night before to set up your next day for success. Maybe that's something completely different than mine. But do what you can do, just do a few things to set your morning up for success. A good morning starts the night before. Someone said, what time do you usually go to sleep for good? With this challenge with getting up at 5 a.m., I am shooting to be in bed by 8:45 and asleep by 9 o'clock. So I'm really starting to wind down at 7:30. It takes me a little while to wind down. So, get my pajamas on, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then take my pills, and just really having that time to wind down and then be in bed at 8:45. And we're putting our kids to bed at 7:30, so that gives us, my husband and I, some time to be together, and then we're getting up at 5 a.m. together. So a lot of times people say, well, how are you going to have time for your husband? And so we've built in that time. Yes, that's early, but for me, that works. So, number one, make a plan. Number two, get some accountability. Number three, start the night before. Yes, my husband is okay with it. He loves to get up early. He doesn't love the getting up early, but he loves the getting up early, as in when he's able to get up and exercise and that we have that good morning routine. He knows that it really helps our morning to go to bed better. What time do your kids get up when they go to bed at 7:30? We are waking them up at 7 o'clock. So this morning there was one that was up quite a bit before 7 o'clock, and then there was one we had to drag out of bed at 7 o'clock. So number three, start the night before, and then number four, get enough sleep. So this is kind of just what we were talking about, that you have to get enough sleep. If you want to be able to get up early, that does not mean that you can go to bed at the same time. You can go to bed at midnight and get up at 5. That is not smart. That is setting yourself up for being miserable, for being grouchy, for being exhausted, and for hurting your health. So get enough sleep. And yes, I try to get 8 hours of sleep. I can function really well on 7 to 7.5, but by shooting for 8 hours every night, then I know that I'm going to consistently be able to get 7 to 7.5. So go to bed earlier, wind down earlier. I love the book, Sleep, It Does a Family Good. I talked about this on another scope. Sleep, It Does a Family Good. If you go to MoneySavingMom.com/scope, there's a link to that book. That book really challenged me to make sleep a priority. And if you aren't sure, like, are you getting enough sleep? How much sleep do you need? In that book, he talks about really thinking about, are you tired in the afternoon? Are you tired in the afternoon? And if you are, that's a good indication that you're not getting enough sleep. And so he suggests that you go to bed 15 minutes earlier every single night until you're no longer tired in the afternoon. And then once you're no longer tired in the afternoon, then you can kind of say, okay, how long am I sleeping consistently that I'm not tired in the afternoon? And that's kind of your ideal sleep amount that you need and that you want to shoot for every night. So go to bed earlier. Don't try to be Superwoman or Superman. Burning the candle at both ends doesn't make you Superwoman. It makes you exhausted. So, number 1, make a plan. Have a plan for what you're going to get up and do in the morning. Number 2, get some accountability. Have someone and do something so that, tell someone and do something so that you are able to have that accountability to stick with getting up early. Number 3, start the night before. A good morning begins with planning the night before. And number 4, get enough sleep. So those are things that can help you to become an early riser, even if you hate mornings. But remember that it's not a competition. It's not about, doesn't make you any better of a person if you get up early. You might be able to have a more productive day, but some people are more productive at night. And so do what works for you. Don't try to do what other people do. But if you've never tried getting up early consistently, I really challenge you to say, I'm going to try it for the next 3 weeks. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to stick with it for the next 3 weeks, and I'm going to see what happens. And if I hate it, I can go back to what I was doing before. But just try, because you can't knock something until you've tried it. So if you need some encouragement to get on a better morning routine, be sure to check in every morning where I'm going to be scoping about not only my morning routine and sticking with the Get Up Early Challenge, but I'm also going to be scoping about the 5 a.m. Miracle. This is the book that we're going through in our book club. And also you can check out my 14-day online course called Makeover Your Mornings. That's at makeoveryourmornings.com. You can sign up to get day 1 for free and check it out and see if it's a good fit for you. So go to makeoveryourmornings.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and you can sign up for day 1 for free. So that is what I wanted to share with you this morning. I'm going to hop off and hop back on and talk about the 5 a.m. Miracle book, but I also wanted to, just wait just a minute. I also wanted to say that I'm going to be scoping this afternoon at 3:30, and we're going to be talking about self-publishing and marketing. So we're going to do a Money Making Mom scope this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. So if you're interested in possibly publishing a book or self-publishing a book, or maybe you've published something or a course and you want some tips on how to market it, come back at 3:30 p.m. Central Time this afternoon, and we'll do the Money Making Mom scope. And then I have a little visitor that wanted to come say hi.
Hi.
This is Silas. He hasn't been in my scopes much recently, but Mommy hasn't been regularly scoping very much either. So, okay, we're going to hop off because I'm going to do my book club scope, okay? Can you tell them goodbye?
Bye.